Hello there, you're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS News at 5. Let's begin with our top story. There must be consistency in sport policies to ensure that sports continue to be developed in the country. The Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, expressed his disappointment that Taekwondo has been excluded from this year's Malaysia Games.
The last previous Sumpah, Taekwondo is listed as one of the event. You can't disrupt Taekwondo as one of the event. Otherwise, it will also happen to the other event sport. If that is the case, we cannot develop sport. There must be consistent policy on our sport. I hope the national policy on Taekwondo will be reviewed, just like football, just like dance, just like silat. It must be consistent and always be listed in Sukma.
He pointed out that Taekwondo should not be dropped as one of the events of Sukma. He hopes that the national policy on Taekwondo will be reviewed as the likes of football and silat in the past. On Taekwondo, Abang Johari said the martial arts sport has two elements that contribute to the development of individuals, particularly youth. He also gave his assurance that the state government will continue to support the association in the development of Taekwondo.
Entrepreneurs were not left out in receiving aid from the government to help broaden and expand their businesses. As such, the Amanah Ikhtiar Malaysia is committed to help the SET group by giving assistance in achieving their businesses' set goals and target.
According to the Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan, entrepreneurs can also expand their businesses online.
Begitu juga untuk Gold Digital. Ini merupakan satu lagi pakej bantuan supaya kita akan dapat menggunakan platform ini untuk memperluaskan lagi bidang perniagaan kita, to increase your production, meningkatkan produktiviti kita dengan menggunakan digital platform. Selain daripada untuk menggunakan platform ini, bagi kita memperluaskan lagi pasaran produk-produk kita, perkhidmatan yang boleh kita berikan dengan menggunakan online business, e-commerce dan sebagainya.
He said that AIM Sarawak has channeled an assistance with a total of 136 million ringgit for entrepreneurs. Out of the total, 6.2 million ringgit has been channeled to AIM NIAH branch. He hopes that with the assistance given, the organisation can help entrepreneurs in widening their businesses, thus providing more jobs opportunities.
Saya telah pun dimaklumkan bahawa setengah tahun pertama tahun 2022 IAM wilayah Sarawak telah mengeluarkan modal pembiayaan sebanyak lebih daripada RM 136,000. 136,000. Banyak juga itu, ya. Saya berharap kita terus bekerjasama dan ini selari dengan dasar kita sekarang. Dasar kita ialah untuk mempertingkatkan lagi program-program untuk pembasmian kemiskinan.
He said this during the Amanah Ikhtiar Malaysia AIM NIAH Branch Award Night held in Miri on Saturday.
While the rise in prices of goods and services continues, the more painful part for consumers is we don't know exactly how long it will last or how we should react financially. For the everyday consumers, increased prices may mean limiting any splurge spending to avoid a big hit to your wallet. But for those who invest, you're likely more concerned about your money losing value in the market. In order to protect the buying power of your long-term savings, experts and economists recommend investing in a diversified set of funds to help your money grow over time. Now, we've had the opportunity to speak with an economist cum research director attached with Bait Al-Amanah, Benedict Wirasina, on his tips in protecting savings and retirement funds against inflation. Let's have a look.
First of all, most importantly, equip yourself as much as possible. Read up as much as possible how to make the most of your savings. Second, diversify your investment portfolio. Invest in stocks, invest in bonds, invest in equities. This will help with the returns, with the rate of returns to address or to cancel out the rise in prices and the decreasing value of your money if you just hold cash. Third, and this has been said a lot, invest in real estate. You know, historically, real estate fares well during periods of increased inflation. It rises also as inflation happens. And so this is one way to secure your savings. Invest in real estate, and not just real estate for that matter. You know, invest in a home that you stay in, and you know it will appreciate in the near future. Of course, it goes without saying you have to invest in the right location, right home, and with a good resale value also, definitely. Finally, I want to talk about protecting your retirement. Really prioritize future security over present consumption. What we have seen in the last 2 years is with the 4 rounds of EPF withdrawal schemes, a lot of members of EPF members have actually withdrawn quite substantial amount of money. And the latest data as of end of June is that 52% of the total of 12.78 EPF members, or about 6.2 million members, have less than 10,000 ringgit in their EPF savings. Now, how are they going to retire comfortably? That's my question. Initially, it was said that you need at least 240,000 to retire comfortably.
According to Benedict, the Employee Provident Fund EPF has several advantages for the employees and employer. However, there are some disadvantages to withdrawing too prematurely. He said for those who have withdrawn their funds, they should try to replenish them as soon as possible.
Now, this does not even factor those who do not have EPF accounts, those who do not have formal retirement savings, for example. What about those informal workers? I think there's something that will be a huge burden on our economy, on our society in the long run when it comes to retirement savings. Will our population be able to retire comfortably in the near future? So to address that, really, as much as possible, try your best to replenish your EPF savings. If you don't have an EPF account, look for a formal retirement fund. Look for a retirement fund where you can invest as much money into your retirement to protect your future comfort when you retire, so that you can able to retire comfortably, or what we call a persaraan bermarwah. I think it's something that's very important.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob today hinted that he will announce good news for civil servants this August 30th. He said the Malaysian family government under his leadership always appreciated the sacrifices of civil servants, including members of the security forces under the leadership of Chief Secretary to the government Tan Sri Muhammad Zuki Ali.
Ismail Sabri added that when disasters struck the country, such as the unexpected major flood, the security forces such as the Royal Malaysia Police, the Fire and Rescue Department, the Health Department, the Implementation Coordination Unit, the National Disaster Management Agency, and various other government agencies continue to operate with full dedication. During the COVID-19 pandemic, he said there were many inspiring stories regarding frontlines who sacrificed their lives when dealing with patients affected by the virus, and that their services and sacrifice will be forever etched in the heart of the community and the country's history.
1,097 craft entrepreneurs receive aid in the form of 1,500 ringgit under the National People's Wellbeing and Economic Recovery Package Pemulih to restore their businesses that were affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Datuk Sri Nancy Shukri, said that the assistance is given to the craft entrepreneurs in stages.
Nancy said that through this aid, the government hopes to lighten the burden carried by the craft entrepreneurs and also serves as an encouragement for them to rise and revitalize their industry. She adds that through the package, the government has allocated 9 million ringgit this year to help 6,000 craft entrepreneurs in the country. She was speaking to reporters after presenting the aid to 26 entrepreneurs on Sunday, August 21st, 2022. Also present were Simunjan State Assembly member Aula Dris and Kota Semarhan Member of Parliament Datuk Rubiah Wang.
At the same time, the National People's Wellbeing and Economic Recovery Package Pemulih for craft entrepreneurs breathed a sigh of relief once the aid has been given to lessen their burden after the industry was hit badly by the COVID-19 pandemic. According to Muhammad Kasat Narawi and Nazirah Abdullah, the amount of aid has helped them in recovering their set businesses.
InsyaAllah dengan semua ini dapat menambahkan lagi tahap perusahaan dalam bidang kraftangan. Tidak jumpa kepada kraftangan Malaysia. Terima kasih Dr. Hingga.
Dengan bantuan itu dapat membantu kami memulihkan kraftangan yang kami diceburi lah.
They told reporters after receiving the said aid at Simunjan on Sunday. Meanwhile, a total of 26 craft entrepreneurs were given the aid, amounting to a total of 39,000 ringgit.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally by visiting onto our official website at TVSTVMY or follow us on our social media platforms. Those were the updates on TVS News at 5. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching.